All right, so I'll start off doing some myofascial work. So what I'll do here, I'll put one there. Is that okay, Liam? And we'll put another one here. And now what we can do is just, as I said before, this static traction of just leaning back. This is fantastic at relieving knots in the back. So if you've got really knotted area in these rhomboids, we start working these as a fantastic preliminary. Now we can stretch the fascia between the two by just taking them apart from each other. As you can see here. So lifting and pulling apart. In fact, you might even be able to see the tissues. I'm not sure if you can see the tissue there. Lifting up as we stretch between them. So, all of these good things you can do. North, south, east, west. Take them apart from each other as you challenge the fascia. And of course, we've got the trigger points right underneath here. So, we'll come down. So this is a beautiful routine just for the rhomboids in particular. So just lift and stretch. And again, when you're doing this, you just lean back. There should be no body weight. I mean, use your body weight. There should be no effort involved in this. So we come around. Remember to lift. And you can do this all the way down the back. And this is just a beautiful loosening technique. Two at a time, rolling around. Stretching, do the north, south, east, west, as I say, apart. So this would be great for someone if they came along and they're really tight here. You do this as a beautiful introduction and a great treatment. So now we'll start to put on some oil. So just get the oil spread there. All right, I'm just going to spread this around a little bit. Okay, so once you've got your oil spread nicely, just like massage, we can start this off just some pretty light pressure, just like you would with massage. And we can do, just because it's light, you can start off doing 2 cups. Again, it's just like effleurage in a massage. And again, I'm just leaning my weight back. And come around the tops of the shoulders. Give it another run down. So staying off the spine. And once again, just lifting as we go. Liam, that okay? Yep. Just getting feedback from your client. Okay, now we'll release one. And now we'll do some more specific work. Either side. So we come right around the levator scapulae. Now, just take it down. So remember we've got our trigger points down through here. Got the QL trigger points and the superficial points here. Got our rhomboid trigger points, levator scapulae up here, and across your supraspinatus ones. So, keep going, I'll just speed it up a little bit. Now, come across the spine. And we'll do this side. Spread the oil a little more. Change hands so you can see better. So we're coming down, so this is just nice general cupping, just not working anything specifically as trigger point wise. Of course we're having an effect on them, but this is sort of general work that feels fantastic. And to come around, we've got that levator scapulae, trigger points, come across the supraspinatus. And coming up here. Now, we'll come across and we're going to work these infraspinatus trigger points here. Now we've got these ones in here, so we work those. Is that okay, Liam? Yep. Can be sensitive across here, so maybe we've got those trigger points here. Just spread the oil there. Now once again, you can use any of those techniques that I showed you. So on this levator scapulae, for example, come up here. And of course you can leave static ones there, especially if they've got problems there. Leave one there as we come around. Just going to get a bit more oil here. So we can leave one there on that trigger point there, levator scapulae, supraspinatus, as I start doing some more work on these QLs here. These trigger points through here. So as we got here, we got, now remember if there's any posterior, if there's any deep pain, like the local points here, deep posterior muscles, you can leave that on there for them. So we go across, come up to this trigger point here. Now I'm going to move this one while I'm here across to the opposite levator scapulae as we start to work through this here. Again, when you're doing sort of, you need to use your anchor. You'll know when you need to use your anchor, like when it's, like I said to you before, longitudinal. So remember we've got this trapezius trigger point through here. We can work that. Going across that. Now I'll show you this tightness here. So once again we can just work through that tight tissue. And it's here still in those rhomboids. To work along. And of course we can do some nice shaking techniques. It's really fantastic to loosen up these muscles. A little bit tight that. So come across here. So teres, minor teres, major trigger points in here. Again, this will be sensitive, got to go slowly. So you work that. So we'll leave that over there. While that's doing the work on the trigger points over there, we can start working this shoulder blade. Now we keep working right across the top here. supraspinatus, and we've got our trapezius muscles up here. So this is sort of your broad strokes, and then I'm going to go for smaller cups. Okay, so we've got that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get more specific up into this neck area here. So I can use a smaller cup as we work levator scapulae trigger points now. Levator scapulae, first one down here. You can go across it and then come up as we work these deep posterior neck muscles. Again, you can leave them statically if you find the trigger points there. And of course, we're going to also hit the upper trapezius trigger points at the same time. Going across them. And across these trigger points in the supraspinatus. Got one out in the shoulder here for impingement syndromes. So you see this beautifully relaxing, super releasing. Come round. So working all these rhomboid trigger points here, and again, let's say you can hold, you find areas of restriction, you can stay there, put static cups on, shake techniques, pulling techniques, north, south, round the clock face. All of these techniques are fantastic at loosening up these muscles. Okay, so a really nice way to finish this off is the same way we started with the 2 cups. Again, you don't have to do this, but it's really nice to do 2 cups up and down, balance the left and right sides, balancing from the neck to the lower back. It's a really nice way to finish up. So that is a beautiful way to add cupping to a back massage for your clients.